Welcome very much to our fourth lecture organized within the Erasmus Plus project promoting academic freedom in Ukraine. This lecture is going to be part of a larger lecture series, which is called Ukrainian Voices. With this lecture series within this project, we actually hope to, or we aim to provide Ukrainian scholars with the possibility to share their research results with a broader audience. This sharing of research results is considered to be an important part of freedom of academia. And we want Ukrainian scholars to feel not only supported and not only to feel our solidarity, but also really to become or to be or to continue to be part of the European academic landscape. The lectures that are all uploaded on our project's web page as well are going to be in the end are going to be published in one edited volume, and this is really, we want to give visibility to our Ukrainian colleagues and really pay attention to their important and excellent insights into different topics relevant during times of war. So without further ado, I would like to give the floor to our today's lecturer, Petro Katerynych. He is from the Taras Shevchenko National University, Kiev, and he is going to talk about resilient minds, fragile networks, protecting academic freedom and rebuilding Ukraine's higher education amidst cyber wars and AI threats. He will rely on cases in or give us examples from 2025. So a very topical lecture. Petro, thank you very, very much for joining us today. And the floor is yours.
Thank you for invitation. Can you hear me? Is everything okay?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
First of all, thanks to promoting me to professor. I'm just a lecturer for now, but I will try my best. My name is Petro Katerynych, yes, and I am from Taras Shevchenko National University of Kiev, speaking from Ukraine. The title of my presentation is Resilient Minds, Fragile Networks, Exploring the State of Ukraine's Higher Education Amidst Cyber Wars and AI Threats in 2025. So let's start with some key points. In Ukraine today, resilience and education has become both a casualty of war and a battlefield for our future. Since the full-scale invasion by Russia, our universities and schools have been bombed. Our scholars and students have been forced to leave their homes, and our digital infrastructure has been under constant attack. Despite all this, the dedication of our educators and students to continue learning and teaching is stronger than ever. But this dedication faces huge challenges. Academic freedom, the freedom to teach, research, and learn without fear is under pressure from three sides, as we can see: the physical war, the cyber war, and the fast evolution of AI. What is important topic also. This presentation will explore the strategies our universities are using to protect academic freedom and to rebuild during these very difficult times, especially from the cases from Taras Shevchenko National University of Kiev. We will look at recent cases from years 2024 and 2025, with a special focus of my university, CNUK, which is the largest university in Ukraine. We have 40,000 of students and 3,000 teachers. Why does this matter so much? Because academic freedom is essential for a healthy democracy and for our country's recovery after the war. When universities are attacked, it is not just buildings that are destroyed. It is an attack on truth, on critical thinking, and on hope for the future. Yet what we have found is that while our physical networks, our buildings, our labs, our internet cables are fragile, the minds of our people are incredibly resilient. This is the story of those resilient minds fighting to keep knowledge alive. So, as we can see, we move on to the methodology of our study. Let me briefly explain how we conducted our research. To get a full picture, we used a mixed method approach, which means we combined numbers from surveys with personal stories from interviews. First of all, we conducted surveys. We surveyed about 500 students and 120 faculty members from each faculty of CNUK and 2 other Ukrainian universities. This is Lviv National University, Ivan Franko Lviv National University, and Kiev National Polytechnic University. We asked students and we asked faculty members about their experience since the war started, how they see academic freedom, and how they use digital tools, including AI. We held in-depth interviews. We spoke with 25,000 people, including university leaders, IT managers, cybersecurity experts. Those conversations gave us deeper insights into the challenges and the strategies for dealing with such cases. We have been recording these interviews, so maybe we can share it for those who are interested in such cases. Third, we collaborated to get data on cyber attacks. We worked with GIA portal and computer emergency response team, own IT centers by the CNUK University. They gave us logs and summaries of cyber incidents that target universities, showing us the real digital threats we are facing. And finally, we analyzed specific cases from 2025. This is March, April, and some parts of May cases. These are recent examples that clearly show how academic freedom, cyber threats, and AI are connected in Ukraine's higher education today. So let's move on and talk about resilience and adaptation in education. First of all, this is about physical disruption. The war's toll on higher education has been severe, yet universities adapted quickly. Numerous campuses have suffered damage. For example, in CNUK, Institute of International Relations, Institute of Journalism were hit by falling drone wreckage in late 2024 and early 2025. Windows are blowing out, doors. Countrywide, as of late 2024, over 400 schools and universities has been damaged or destroyed by Russian attacks. By early 2025, this number only grew. Some universities in frontline regions like Mykolaiv saw major buildings destroyed, etc. In May 2022. Two rockets hit the main building of a Mykolaiv university, heavily damaging its library. One interviewee from Mykolaiv described how 3 of 4 important universities in our city were heavily bombed, with once 9-story academic building completely obliterated. Beyond physical damage, the war triggered a brain drain and enrollment crisis in safe areas. Our interviewees, I can say that we interview people from different regions of Ukraine that studied before in various universities in Ukraine, and for some reasons they must have to leave the university and studied in Kyiv or Lviv regions for safety reasons. So brain drain and enrollment crisis is also very important for the topic that we talked about. Enrollment program was started from sides of Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, and application for now we have 6,000 applications from regions that had been destroyed, that has destroyed universities or other schools. This poses a long-term challenge, potential loss of talent and institutional knowledges. When we talk about resilience and continuity, impressively, Ukrainian higher education did not collapse under these stresses. Instead, it has demonstrated resilience that one might call education as resistance. And we have strategy from side of Ministry of Education and Science that called education at resistance. We have personnel that work on that strategy, and our research team also involved in implementing this strategy. SNUK, for example, restarted classes in March 2022 via Zoom and learning management systems, even as Kyiv was under attack. So our survey found that 82% of student respondents experienced at least one full semester of online-only education since the war began. Over 60% agreed that the transition to online learning was handled effectively by our institutions. So I can say that these transitions also being implemented because we have hybrid study regime. So this is testament to prior investment in digital platforms and to instructors' dedication. Let's see about our study. I have full report, this I am saying, and from this full report, I just citate some important facts about digital number. So when we speak about status of academic freedom, our research, our surveys indicate that even before the war, Ukrainians' academic freedom was a work in progress. And the war has made it both more vital and more vulnerable, I will say. Historically, Ukrainian universities carried a legacy of centralized control from the Soviet era, and only in the past decades did reforms begin granting more autonomy. We have financial dependency on the state, especially with wartime budget strains. This is also a risk increasing political influence over universities. One of our interviewees says that for Ukraine, academic freedom remains an aspirational goal rather than an established reality. We have high high-rank experts that say that. Our interviewees also said that the university officially admitted they sometimes self-censor continuous political topics in public statements. This is vary of how it might be perceived in wartime. On the contrary, many faculty felt a greater sense of mission to speak true during the war. For example, historian countering falsified Russian narratives, or scientists openly sharing data on environmental damage from the conflict. The major threats to academic freedom in Ukraine have come not from internal repression, but from the external aggressor and the chaos it caused. We have two strings. This is informal networks and collaborations abroad, and academic freedom in Ukraine, while under strain, has been resilient. Let's speak about cyber threats and AI challenges. While missiles threatens the physical campus, did you have some question? Cyber attacks on Ukrainian institutions often attributed.
No, that's okay. Yes, we are hearing you very carefully. Yes, but questions. Let's go to questions after your whole speech. Okay.
Okay. According to Ukrainian Cyber Defense Authority, we also have cyber defense strategy that was implemented on 2023. Education sector networks faced a surge of phishing campaigns, a DDoS attack, attempted data breach in 2022 and 2023. Our analysis of DIA portal confirms a significant number of cyber incidents targeting universities, including attempts to steal research data or personal information of staff and students. For instance, in March 2023, a phishing email was widely circulated to multiply universities to be from ministry, asking faculty to update security credentials. An attempt to harvest password. DIA portal linked to a group of Russian hackers. There have also been destructive attacks on ransomware indicate in mid-2022-2023 hit a regional university server, encrypting years of academic records. So perhaps the most dramatic was a breach of university websites on the eve of exams in June 2022. Attackers defaced the site with propaganda messages from Russia sites. While such incidents caused disruption, they did not achieve strategic damage. This aligns with broader observation that Russian cyber offensive, while frequent, were often uncoordinated and less effective than expected. Senior cybersecurity lecturer at SNUK, or one of our interviewees, told us they wanted to sow panic, but instead it galvanized us. We tightened defenses and taught our students to be cyber aware. So university responses. Faced with these threats, Ukrainian university, especially SNUK, have taken proactive measures to shore up digital fragile networks. When we talk about from our perspective for four of these problems, another major initiative has been capacity building. In December 2024, SNUK was awarded a 5,100 grant from Google to create a cutting-edge cybersecurity education program. With this funding, SNUK launched a one-year cybersecurity certificate course open to students across various of disciplines. So by early of 2025, SNUK reported a 50% drop in successful phishing incidents compared to 2022. So when we speak about damaging of building, damaging of cybersecurity networks. We have strong support from our European colleague and NGO organizations that support mission to speak true and to prevent that cyber attacks. When we speak about adaptability on higher education, each University of Ukraine has shelters that prevent students from attack outside, from missiles or drone attack. So we have a network of that shelters, and CNUK had been one of leading university in that matter. So let's go on about cybersecurity responses. We have 3 milestones. It's a surge in cyber attacks on university, it's proactive policy changes, and cybersecurity capacity buildings. So when we speak about human factor, resilient people is more decisive. Even if networks go down, faculty find workarounds using personal laptops, offline materials. Learning continues when even power outages began. It is worth noting that despite countless attempts, there has been no catastrophic cyber attack on Ukrainian universities so far. Part of the reason is defensive preparedness, and part is that, as some analysts argue, cyber attacks are overrated in their ability to decisively cripple operation of our university. So CNUK prohibited the use of Telegram for official communication. This is a social network, and due to its vulnerability to exploration by hackers. This was defending measures. Telegram is no longer available at university network. Ukrainian universities have also focused on capacity building, launching initiatives such as cybersecurity education programs that had been financing from abroad. On one hand, students have eagerly embraced this cybersecurity program to assist their learning. A recent independent survey of 247 Ukrainian university students found that a majority have used some preventing cybersecurity system or programs that implemented in their university. Let's move to AI. On one hand, students have eagerly embraced AI tools. On the other hand, only 16% of student respondents say they have tried some AI tools or a similar AI for an assignment at least once. This is not such a huge number explicitly for Ukrainian university comparing to University of Europe or Eastern Europe like Poland. Incorporating AI into coursework, incorporating some programs to learning how to use AI, for example, as an assignment might help students to generate idea about how to use generative instruments, or there is a growing recognition that used wisely I can enhance learning and even creativity. In my humble opinion, it may democratize academic resources. A student in war-affected remote area can use AI to simulate a lab experiment or get explanation of complex concepts. In this sense, AI could bolster academic freedom by providing more autonomy and personalized learning pathways for students, regardless of local faculty shortage or library access. On the other hand, we do not have some strategy to use AI in our university in SNUC. This is, I think it's important to develop some strategy. AI presents a serious threat to academic integrity, so arises cases of temptation of plagiarism and cheating. Academic integrity was already concerned in Ukraine, as is many countries. For context, the 2022 nationwide academic integrity survey found that only 40% of respondents believed that university was free from plagiarism, while the rest reported that plagiarism or cheating occurred occasionally or frequently. In our survey, 70% of faculty agreed that academic dishonesty is a significant problem for Ukraine or in their institution. The introduction of AI tools has amplified these concerns. Several educators described feeling alarm in late 2024 when they realized students might hand in AI-written work from human work. By 2023, cases began to emerge. Professor caught students submitting AI-generated essays. Detecting AI-generated text became a cat and mouse game. So while tools like Turnitin's AI detector were introduced, they are far from foolproof and can flag false positives. In a widely reported international study, AI detectors were found to disproportionately flag written by non-native English speakers, which is troubling for Ukrainian students writing in English. Indeed, one of our interviewees, a Ukrainian student writing a master thesis in English, was falsely accused of using AI, possibly because her language seems too polished. This has created new tension. Trust between students and teachers can erode if there is persuasive suspicions. Globally, about 5% of students admit to using AI explicitly to cheat on assignments. And many universities have seen an explosion of academic misconduct cases, for 40% for now. We suspect similar patterns in Ukraine, too hard data is still forthcoming. So, perception of plagiarism frequency in Ukraine, higher education, much bigger than 2022. The policy response in Ukraine has been shifted. Universities scramble to update their academic integrity. For instance, SNUC, Taras Shevchenko National University of Kyiv, provide guidelines stating that any use of AI in coursework must be fully disclosed and approved by the instructor. Banning AI is impractical for now. Arguably, I will argue that it's even unwise, but the focus is on setting boundaries. At the national level, lawmakers draft a new law on academic integrity in 2024, late 2024. For now, it has been developed. That strategy explicitly broadens the definition of violation to include lack of independent work and unauthorized assistance in academic tasks. Academic Integrity Committee, created by Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, must handle such cases and prescribes educational sanctions, like mandatory integrity training for offenders. So this legislative push, which we can see as a case of war accelerating reform, has been welcomed by the academic community. Still, enforcement will be the challenge. Our faculty focus group voiced that a culture of integrity is the only real solution. Students must be convinced that learning and struggling through the process has value the cheating undermines. Freedom to explore and innovate would suggest encouraging use of advanced tools, indeed, but not stifling AI usage so long as it's ethical. We have two milestones here. This is freedom from description and fraud, and this is erosion of critical thinking. We have for this study, I've been reading so many researches that from 2024, 2025, and I will see that many educators emphasizing critical AI literacy, teaching students how AI works, its strengths and its weakness. One positive finding is from our surveys that 72% of students agreed that using AI without critical judgment can lead to misinformation, especially in war times. And almost 90% of faculty staff reported that they have discussed AI and plagiarism openly with their classes and with their students and with colleagues. That is very interesting, because with colleagues so much bigger this number than with students. But this kind of dialogue is healthy and suggests that Ukrainian universities are addressing the AI challenge not just like some cases that exist, but through education and adaptation. We also documented an innovative case where AI was used to protect academic freedom. In collaboration with an NGO and DIA, a team at SNUC developed an AI-powered system to archive and analyze scientific data from regions under attack. The system uses natural language processing to scan social media and local reports for any indication that the University of Research facility was damaged. This system is closed. We cannot see openly this in some websites, but this helps preserve knowledge and hold aggressors accountable for the destruction of educational sites. In summary, AI has quickly become part of the Ukrainian academic landscape. Students and staff widely use it, mostly, but it has introduced serious integrity challenges. Universities, backed by new laws, new documents, adapting through clear policies and ethics educations. So AI without undermining the quality and freedom of education cannot be successful. Let's move to the some cases about human resilience that outweighs infrastructural damage. So despite the physical devastation of war, with thousands of educational institutions damaged and relentless disruptions, the determination of educators and students has kept academia alive. Universities leverages online tools, improvised solutions, international supports, continue teaching and research. Academic freedom in Ukraine has been tested but not broken. Yet challenge remain, notably financial dependence and the need for greater institutional autonomy, but protecting academic freedom going forward will require securing adequate funding, ensuring university can self-govern, even amid reconstructions, and continues to strive against both external and internal pressures. Cybersecurity is now fundamental to academic security, so Ukraine is pioneering a model of academia that is digitally fortified, yet open and free. We have a DIA portal that has classes about cybersecurity, for example. So importance of also worth notice that importance of international solidarity protects efforts for Ukrainian sovereignty by our international partnership. This aligns with the idea that academic freedom is a global priority and the countries can learn from each other's success or fails. In conclusion, Ukrainian higher education sector in 2025 stands at the front lines of not one, but three battles. The battle against physical destruction, the battle against cyber and information war, and the battle to harness AI responsibly. So future outlook and recommendation, this is also important. Post-war reconstruction as a catalyst, modernization campus with smart design, including bomb shelters, renewable energy sources, state-of-the-art digital infrastructure, can make university safer and more sustainable. International donors and governments plans should prioritize to rebuilding academic facilities. There is momentum from the Safe Schools Declaration and UNESCO to protect and reconstruct educational institutions in Ukraine. We recommend Ukraine continue to leverage global funds, for example, European Investment Bank initiatives, to reconstruct universities as hubs of innovation and freedom. Such investment will pay dividends in human capital for decades. Second is strength to cybersecurity and AI into the academic DNA. So this will strengthen academic freedom by creating a community that is much harder to deceive or silence through digital means. The expansion of programs like SNUC, Cybersecurity Certificate, to other universities and perhaps a national academic cyber defense network would be beneficial. We did not have, for now, such academic cyber defense network for universities, but it will be so helpful for this time likewise. Fostering a culture of integrity and openness. On the flip side, academic freedom will be reinforced by openness, for example, embracing open science principles. Many Ukrainian scholars are already sharing publication and data openly, partly to counter the loss of access caused by war. Continuation of this alignment with European standards, for example, European higher education area commitments, will keep reforms on track. The academic community and civil society should advocate for clear academic freedom safeguards in law. Perhaps amendments ensuring that martial law or other emergency power cannot be used to unjustly interfere in university autonomy or curricula. The experience of war has actually bolstered public apprehensions. For true, we have some censorship, we have some limitation, for example, to travel abroad. So academic freedom safeguards and its implementation guarantee that our academic freedom is rising. Using this good view, university can lobby for greater autonomy in budgeting, governance, reducing the peacetime political dependence, not by experts, and international partners. So, future research and monitoring, we will continue monitoring of cyber threats and AI evolution in educational. That will be necessary. These are not static targets. We recommend to implement an annual State of Academic Freedom and Security in Ukraine report that will be produced jointly by Ukrainian scholars and international experts to inform policy and keep attention on this issue, even after the war headlines fade. Let's move to our questionnaire and look for some example of our digital numbers. For now, just make it closer. I want to say just before we begin that in response, our universities have been forced to become much stronger in their cyber defense, and we have made proactive policy changes. This is a good example from SNOOC. I was saying about that we officially prohibited the use of the messaging app Telegram for any official university business. Why? Because security experts warned that it was vulnerable and could be exploited by hackers. It was a difficult decision because Telegram is very popular in Ukraine and among Ukrainian students. But it was a necessary step to protect our community. We have also focused heavily on building our own cybersecurity skills. At SNOOC, with support from partners, we launched new cybersecurity educational program, and we are now training our own students to become the defenders of our digital infrastructures, implementing some program that accent about digital security. So let's see. Let's speak. As I said, we ran an online survey of 500 students and 120 faculty at Taras Shevchenko National University of Kyiv, Kyiv Polytechnic University, and Ivan Franko National University. So AI tool usage by role. This bar charts shows how often each group already used ChatGPT style tools. Not only ChatGPT, but ChatGPT style tools. Students led way, IT staff even higher, which faculty slightly lack amongst them. This gap matters because rules must match reality, and faculty need support so they can teach best practice instead of banning what they do not know. Overall message from this question about AI tool usage by role is no longer future tech. It is part of daily study and system maintenance now. So let's move on to cyber incidents. This is only by SNOOC. The red line charts confirmed attack over 13 quarters. A sharp peak, 28 incidents hits in late 2022, when war just began, when missile strikes also intensified. After simple defenses, MFA, anti-phishing drills, Telegram ban, incident collapse to just 2 by 2025 Q1. Main takeaway, these even modest, well-enforced measures dramatically cut risk. Good cyber hygiene beats expensive but unused software. Trend also shows attackers test victims only until they meet firm resistance. Let's move to distribution of cyber incident types. This pipeline makes priorities clear. 4 in 10 attacks are low-cost phishing emails, DDoS ads on quarter, malware hides in 20% of cases, web defensements and other fill the rest. Because social engineering dominates, investing in user awareness gives the biggest return. Technical fixes remain necessary, but the first variable is the human eye. We can use this graphic to justify monthly spearfields drills and quick report buttons on campus email, for example. And we can see for academic freedom radar and evolution of course delivery models about academic freedom, and in these courses of academic freedom, we have also some cybersecurity issues, some issues about using AI of students and teachers. And this radar compares 5 freedoms before the invasion and today. Core message from this, bombs can damage walls, yet a culture of true can still expand when a community value provides support. Spring 2022 forced 70% of courses online. By spring 2025, online is only 25%, hybrid is stable 40%, and in person back to 40%. Flexibility is now designed. Hybrid rise proves university can switch formats the moment an eye rate siren sounds, keeping education continuous and students safe. This resilience model may outlast the war as a new standard. So, when we speak about some conclusions from this, first of all, we need to measure 3 areas: war impact on teaching and research, that we'll be doing constantly, cyber incidents rates and response, AI influence on learning, culture and honesty, and this is all about defending academic freedom on the 21st century battlefield, where missiles and malware fly side by side. We have in our report some case stories, for examples, drone strike on November 2024, suicide drone Shahed exploded near Tsnuk humanities block. Windows was damaged. Lectures moved online within 2 hours. In such cases, we measured accountability of strategies of information and on academic freedom. Also, important question is ethic. We actually take some surveys on base of ethics. So participation was voluntary, anonymous. We stripped any detail that could aid attackers or provide leak of information. This blended approach gives us 360-degree view of how Ukrainian universities fight on 3 fronts at once. It also ensures all findings rest on firm evidence, not hearsay, which is critical when rumors travel faster than facts. When we speak about AI tool usage by role, we can see that IT staff use it so much, but students and faculty members in some cases less. Clear rules and shared skills win in these cases. So when teachers talk openly about AI, students feel less pushed to cheat. And when we speak about cyber incidents per quarter, we see that defense space, basic well-enforced steps cut attacks by over 90%. This shows that students that got a good digital citizenship is not theory, it bends the risk core. And when we speak about multi-factor authentication, Telegram ban, short cyber hygiene videos, this is all prevent us for cybersecurity attacks. By quarter on 2025, we record only 2 minor events, both fixed fast. So defense space. And for conclusion, I will say that every time a student logs inform a shelter and submits honest work, they prove knowledge beats artillery, ransomware, and plagiarism bots. That's for all from me. I welcome your question and future gathering. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Petro, for this very broad and interesting lecture on cyber challenges connected with war in terms of defending our academic freedom. And there will be now a Q&A session, and it is off the record. So